East Renfrewshire, an affluent suburb to the south of Glasgow, once voted the second best place in Britain to bring up a family. Up until 20 years ago, this was the safest Conservative seat in Scotland. But Labour celebrated victory here in their 1997 landslide. 18 years later, it was the Nationalists who toasted a win in 2015. 2 years later, the Conservatives came around again. So who will be charging their glasses this time in a closely fought race? In this election and in this seat, the SNP is on the march. Many people here are deeply concerned about leaving the EU and unconvinced by Boris Johnson or Jeremy Corbyn. But in a seat where people voted to remain as part of the UK, will this election be more about Brexit or independence? The SNP are confident that their clear message on what they see as the big issue of the election will win them the seat back. So when you're out door knocking then, what are the big issues that people are talking about?
It's Brexit. Brexit comes up on almost every doorstep that we go to here in East Renfrewshire. People are extremely concerned about what's been going on in Westminster.
And do you think that that is perhaps what gives you a better chance of taking the seat?
I think it's something that certainly resonates with the voters.
All sorted? Good. What have we still got to do?
The Conservatives are out in force, but speaking to the candidate, I detected a certain nervousness.
Cool. Right, let's get going. Stuff. I think the seat will be close. I think it will certainly be closer than it was in 2017. And for us, it's just about getting out, talking to voters, reassuring those that might be wavering, and then critically finding those people who didn't vote Conservative in 2017 but believe in Scotland's place in the Union, and effectively just asking them to lend us their vote this time round to stop the SNP.
While Labour are relying on their core policies but concede there is a problem with the stance on independence. Jeremy Corbyn has not ruled out the idea of granting a second referendum on Scottish independence. Is that a problem for you?
Scotland's had their independence referendum. We've had that decision made. We voted to stay in the United Kingdom. And in East Renfrewshire, as I mentioned earlier, 63% voted to stay in the United Kingdom. That's massive. So we don't need another divisive referendum.
So what do the voters make of it all?
Honestly, I'm undecided. Yeah, I've always traditionally voted Conservative, so I'd find it hard not to vote that.
They're all liars.
You think they're all liars, all the same?
Every single one of them. I think they're all after the one thing, it's money.
I was a Remain, but we voted to leave, so I'm a Democratic guy, so I would leave because of the vote, but they made a big backside of everything that's actually going on at the moment.
In Scotland, a very different election campaign is being fought to the rest of the UK, not just on Brexit, but also independence, making it more unpredictable to work out whether floating voters will settle. Sophy Ridge, Sky News, East Renfrewshire.